I love being a massage therapist, but I did not sign up to be in pain all the time, which is unfortunately what this career is to a lot of people. If you ask how you can prevent injury, one of the most common pieces of advice is to invest in an electric table. You know, those fancy massage tables that can go up and down with the push of a button, even if someone is already on there. The problem is, no one really tells you how to use an electric table. It can be massively disrupting to the flow of the massage to stop and adjust the height, and unless you know exactly where you want the table for good body mechanics, the machine won't figure it out for you. But it's like a gym membership. Buying it is not enough to help your body feel better. You have to actually make use of it. So today, let's look at how to actually use an electric table to protect your body and add years or even decades to your career as a massage therapist. And we'll end with points of caution, including the time that an electric table caused glass and boiling water to explode in someone's face. So you'll definitely want to stick around to the end for that. So first things first, how high should the table actually be? I was taught to stand next to the table with my arm hanging by my side, and your knuckles should line up with the top of the table. This is a great starting place, but the truth is much more complicated. Table height depends on the modality you're using. If you want deep pressure, you'll want the table lower to make it easier to leverage your body weight. If you're doing something light like lymphatic drainage, you really need to raise the table up, otherwise you'll hurt your back trying to hold yourself up with no support. Table height also depends on the part of the body you're working on. If I'm working on the suboccipitals, my hands are here. If I'm working on the face, my hands are here. So that's two different table heights. That knuckle measurement assumes your client is like this wide. So if they're actually this wide, when they get on your table, they're gonna be this tall, which means you want the table a little bit lower to have it in the right place for your body mechanics. Lots of factors, so this is why it's so beneficial to have a table you can adjust the height on throughout treatment. So the next time you're in the middle of a session and you realize your body is hurting and you need to troubleshoot your body mechanics, this is the part you'll want to remember. If your shoulders are up, your arms are cramped and bent, you are too close to your client, there's not enough space between the two of you. You need to drop the table away so you can drop your shoulders down. If you're working and you find that your back is aching and exhausted, most likely your table is too low and you're having to reach too far and bend over to get to your client. You need to raise the table up and bring them to you. But even once you know how high you want the table, we run into problem number 2, actually making it that height. The main problem here is that there's only one place you can adjust the table height from. The foundation of the strategy is to start on the side with the switch. So if I'm doing the arms and my switch is near the right shoulder, I'm going to start with the right arm. Then I can easily adjust the table height as I figure out how high I want it for this part of the body. Then I go to the left arm where I can't adjust the table height, so I leave the table at the height that worked best for the other arm. I follow the same pattern for the leg. I start with the right leg where I can kind of reach over and adjust the table height to get it correct. And then I go to the left leg, leaving the table at the correct height. With this strategy, I would never start with the left arm or the left leg, as long as my switch is on the right side of the table. It's a simple strategy, but if you use it, I think you'll find that the table will almost always be at about the right height for the part of the body that you're working on. But sometimes you just have to step away to adjust the table height, in which case, I recommend you have a distraction prepared. So that could be spritzing some aromatherapy, giving them a hot stone to hold, adding a suction cup. Give them something sensory to enjoy for 5 or 10 seconds while you step away to adjust the table height, so you can adjust it guilt-free. Let's strategize for another problem that happens exactly twice in every session. You've got to lower the table for your client to get on and off. That means there will be a time at the start of every session where you're just raising the table, so make a plan to use this time well. Check in about pillows and blankets and temperature. I remind them to tell me if the pressure's too much. At the end, as I'm lowering the table, this is when I gently bring them back to reality, the little jostle, thank them for coming in, and give them instructions for how to get up and get dressed. But wait, there's 3 really big risks that come with using an electric table that I want you to know about. Number 1, eventually the table is just not gonna work. One day my table's motor stopped working and it got stuck on the lowest setting all the way down here. I had 3 more clients to go that day and I was freaking out. Fortunately, I was able to get in contact with someone who owns the same type of table, and she very kindly taught me to press the foot pedal down for 10 seconds to reset the motor. So before you're alone with a new table, make sure you know how to reset it. Now I get to tell you my story and hope that by telling you this, I can protect others and atone for what I've done. So I used to work at a spa where we had these beautiful ceramic vases. We would add some hot water and a couple drops of essential oils and place it under the face cradle, so the client got to start their massage with this aromatherapy steam. It sounds nice, right? So the vase is here and the client's face is here, and I'm lowering the table. Yeah, it exploded. And no one got hurt, and she was so nice about it. She was way nicer than she should have been, honestly, considering. So that's my warning to you. Anything you place under the table can be crushed by the table. That's very scary, but honestly easy to avoid. The most prevalent danger of an electric table is simply not using it enough, especially as a new therapist, especially if you're a bit of a people pleaser. We get stuck in this mind game where we're so afraid to step away and adjust the table height. But here's the thing, your clients love you. They want to see you next month. They want to see you the month after that. They want to see you for years. They don't want to have to find a new therapist. So don't injure yourself for them. So that's how to actually use an electric table. I have another video out about how sitting down can actually protect your wrists when you're massaging. So you'll want to watch that one next. But I'm really curious to hear what your biggest struggles have been as a massage therapist, and what's the best thing you've done to improve your longevity. Leave a comment, I want to hear, and please like and subscribe while you're doing it. Okay, thanks, bye.